You need to understand what is happening right now in China because the entire automotive industry just got turned upside down. I'm looking at a sedan, not an SUV, a sedan that just outsold every single car in the largest automotive market on planet Earth. It beat Toyota, it beat Volkswagen, it beat Honda, and most importantly, it absolutely destroyed Tesla's Model Y. I'm not talking close. I'm talking Tesla dropped to 20th place, while this thing claimed the #1 spot. The Xiaomi YU7. Wait, Xiaomi? The phone company? Yes, the phone company that decided to build cars just got into the automotive industry and within months has become the best-selling vehicle in China. Let me hit you with some numbers real quick. In January 2026, the Xiaomi YU7 sold 37,869 units. The Tesla Model Y, 16,845 units. Tesla got cut in half. The YU7 didn't just win, it dominated. It humiliated the competition. And here's the kicker. 6 months ago, August 2025, this car was ranked 23rd in China. By September 14th, October and November, it cracked the top 6. December, 3rd place. And now, #1. That is the fastest climb to dominance I have ever seen in automotive history. Now, if this was a Mercedes EQS or a BMW i7, you'd expect this kind of tech, this kind of luxury, this kind of performance. That would be a $90,000 to $120,000 spec sheet easy. Premium electric sedan, German engineering, badge prestige. But this is the Xiaomi YU7, and when I tell you this car starts at around $30,000 to $35,000 USD equivalent in China, you are going to think I'm lying, but I'm not. This is the biggest disruption in the automotive industry since Tesla itself, and I'm about to show you exactly why Western automakers are absolutely terrified of this car crossing the border into Europe or America. Because if Chinese consumers are choosing this over a Tesla Model Y by a margin of more than 2 to 1, what do you think would happen if Americans had access to it? Let's get into it. Look at the face of this thing. Xiaomi calls this their streamlined aesthetic design language, but honestly, it just looks angry. It looks like it wants to eat a Toyota Camry for breakfast and spit out the badge. The headlights. These aren't just LED strips. These are adaptive pixel matrix LEDs with sequential turn signals that sweep across like a lightsaber igniting. They have this double dash shape that looks like the car is narrowing its eyes at you. Aggressive, futuristic, menacing. And the grille? Oh wait, there isn't one. It's completely smooth. The front fascia is one continuous surface with active air intakes that only open when cooling is needed. This thing cuts through the air like a knife through butter. Xiaomi says the drag coefficient is 0.21, which is lower than a Mercedes EQS. This is one of the most aerodynamic sedans on the planet. And up on the roof, LiDAR, cameras, radar sensors, this car has more hardware than most military drones. It's like driving a CIA surveillance van, but it's wrapped in the body of a luxury coupe. While American car companies are removing sensors to save costs, Xiaomi is putting military-grade hardware as standard equipment. The YU7 is 16.4 feet long, about 5 meters. For reference, that's longer than a Tesla Model 3, but shorter than a Model S. It's got the presence of a Mercedes S-Class, but without that I'm gonna cry if someone dings my door anxiety, because you're not paying S-Class money. Let's talk about these wheels. 20-inch forged alloy wheels wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport EV tires. In the US, Tesla makes you pay $2,000 extra for their 20-inch upgrade wheels. Here, standard. The brake calipers are painted red with Xiaomi branding and they're backed by Brembo performance brakes. Brembo on a $30,000 car. I walk up to the door, the flush handles pop out automatically, I open it, soft close mechanism, and when I shut it, the car whispers, "I got you, bro," and seals itself with this satisfying thunk that makes my Honda Civic sound like a tin can. It makes my truck feel like a tractor, honestly. The side profile is just clean. There are no unnecessary lines, no fake vents, no designer ego, just smooth, taut surfaces with one prominent character line that runs from the headlight all the way to the taillight. Air doesn't hit this car, it slides off it like butter on a hot pan. Now the rear. Oh, the rear. This full-width taillight bar spans the entire back of the car. It's one solid line of crimson red LED that illuminates in this sweeping pattern when you unlock the car. At night, this thing looks like a Cylon from Battlestar Galactica. It's intimidating. You see this in your rearview mirror and you move over. And I'm walking around this car trying to find panel gaps. I'm trying to find misalignment. I can't. The fit and finish is perfect. It's annoying how perfect it is. I've seen $80,000 German cars with worse build quality. Why can't we build cars like this in America? Seriously, why? Okay, let's talk about what's underneath. The Xiaomi YU7 comes in multiple configurations, but the version that's dominating sales is the dual-motor all-wheel drive setup, obviously. You've got a 220 kilowatt motor up front and a 288 kilowatt motor in the rear. Combined output, 508 kilowatts. That's 681 horsepower. 681 horsepower in a family sedan for $30,000? Torque, 838 newton meters. That's 618 pound-feet of instant face-melting, spine-compressing torque. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens in 2.78 seconds. Not 2.8 seconds, 2.78 seconds. Xiaomi is out here competing with Porsche Taycans and Tesla Model S Plaids. You stomp the pedal and your head hits the headrest before your brain even realizes you're moving. It's violent, it's addictive, it's insane. This thing launches this 3-ton luxury sedan like it's shot out of a railgun. But here's where it gets really interesting. Battery. The standard YU7 comes with a 101 kilowatt-hour battery pack with a CLTC range of 850 kilometers. That's about 528 miles. For perspective, a Tesla Model Y long range gets around 330 miles of EPA range. The YU7 has 60% more range than a Tesla Model Y. But wait, there's a max version with a 150 kilowatt-hour battery. 150! That gets you 1,000 kilometers of CLTC range. That's 621 miles. You could drive from Los Angeles to San Francisco twice on a single charge. And this is the illegal part. The YU7 is built on an 800-volt architecture with support for 5C fast charging. That means you can add 300 kilometers, about 186 miles, in just 5 minutes of charging. In the time it takes you to order a coffee, this car is ready for another 3 hours of driving. Oh, and if you don't want to charge, Xiaomi is rolling out battery swap stations across China. You pull into a station, you don't even get out of the car. A robotic system drops your depleted battery, slides in a fresh one, and you drive off. Total time, 3 minutes. 3 minutes! You just sit there scrolling Instagram and boom, you had 600 miles of range. Tesla superchargers are great, but this is God tier. This solves the one problem every EV hater talks about: charging time. It's gone. It's not a problem anymore. Now let's talk about the brain of this car. The Xiaomi YU7 has 33 sensing units. That includes 13 high-definition cameras, 5mm wave radars, 12 ultrasonic sensors, and that roof-mounted LiDAR that can see 500 meters down the road. For comparison, a Tesla Model Y has 8 cameras and a bunch of sensors, but no LiDAR. The YU7 has nearly 4 times the sensor coverage. The computing power is handled by dual NVIDIA Drive Orin chips with a combined 508 TOPS of processing power. For comparison, a Tesla has about 144 TOPS. This car is literally 3.5 times smarter than a Tesla. It's thinking about traffic patterns in 4D while you're thinking about what to eat for lunch. This car sees cars cutting you off before they even start turning the wheel. It predicts pedestrian movement. It monitors driver attention. It is practically impossible to crash this thing unless you're actively trying to. Open the door, whoosh. The first thing that hits you isn't what you see, it's what you hear. Nothing. The silence is heavy. It's like stepping into a recording studio. Double pane acoustic glass, active noise cancellation, foam-filled cavities everywhere. This car is quieter than my bedroom at 3 a.m. But then you touch the materials, and this is where I get a little mad at American luxury cars. I am hunting for hard plastic, and I cannot find it. Everything, and I mean everything, is wrapped in Napa leather or Alcantara or brushed aluminum. The dashboard is soft-touch material that feels like suede. The door panels are quilted leather with contrast stitching. The headliner is a woven fabric that looks and feels like luxury wallpaper. The steering wheel is wrapped in perforated leather that's soft and grippy, not the stiff stuff you get in a Ford. This is the buttery, broken-in Italian leather you only find on $20,000 designer sofas. And the wood trim. Bro, this isn't that fake glossy grandpa wood we're used to seeing in American cars. This is real open-pore wood. Xiaomi says it's sustainably sourced ash wood with a matte finish. It has texture, it feels organic, it feels alive. You could knock on it and it sounds like real wood because it is real wood. Now let's talk about the technology centerpiece. Right in the center of the dash is a 16.1-inch AMOLED touchscreen. And notice I said AMOLED, not LCD. Most cars use cheap LCD panels that look washed out and gray in direct sunlight. This screen has true blacks, insane contrast, and colors that pop like a flagship Samsung phone. The resolution is 3K. The refresh rate is 120 Hz. I'm swiping through the map and it flies across the screen. Zero lag, zero stutter. The responsiveness is better than my 4K TV at home. Frankly, it's better than the screen in most Teslas. But living on top of that dashboard, meet Xiaomi. That little orb isn't a speaker, it isn't a clock, that is the soul of this car. Xiaomi is Xiaomi's AI assistant, and it's not just voice activated, it's physically present. It has a glowing ring that lights up when you talk. It blinks, it changes colors based on mood. When you ask it a question, the ring swirls like it's thinking. When you unlock the car, it pulses in greeting. It feels like a companion. You can say, Xiaomi, I'm cold, and it adjusts the temperature. Xiaomi, I'm tired, and it switches to lounge mode. Xiaomi, navigate me home, and it instantly plots your route with real-time traffic updates. It changes the psychology of the car. You're not driving a machine, you're partnering with an intelligent assistant. I promise you, your kids would name this thing in 5 minutes and cry if you ever sold it. Now let's talk about the passenger seat. They don't call it the passenger seat, they call it the Zero Gravity Executive Lounge. And gentlemen, if you buy this car, accept your fate. You are the chauffeur. Your spouse or your boss is sitting here. I press lounge mode on the screen. Watch this. The seat doesn't just recline, it transforms. First, it slides backward about 8 inches. Then the backrest reclines further back than any US car legally allows, nearly flat. Then a motorized footrest folds out from the dashboard itself. Yes, the dashboard. The entire lower dash panel opens up and this cushioned footrest extends forward. You are not sitting anymore, you are lying down in the front seat of a moving car. But wait, it gets better. This seat has built-in massage, and I don't mean those weak air bladder massages that feel like a cat walking on you. I mean actual mechanical rollers. It has hot stone mode, it has deep tissue mode, it has ancient Thai mode. I am not exaggerating when I say it is more comfortable than my actual bed. I could sleep here. I want to sleep here. And for the driver, you aren't left out. You get a full-color heads-up display that projects speed, navigation, and driver assist info directly onto the windshield. Everything you need is floating on the road in front of you like a video game HUD. You don't have to look down, ever. Oh, and the sound system. The Xiaomi YU7 has a 25-speaker Dolby Atmos sound system. 25 speakers. That includes subwoofers in the doors that rattle your ribs. Total power output, 2230 watts. To put that in perspective, a standard car stereo is maybe 300 watts. This is nearly 8 times that power. I played Bohemian Rhapsody on this earlier, and I swear I heard Freddie Mercury take a breath before the high note. The sound doesn't just come from the sides, it comes from above. It rains down on you, it surrounds you. It's not a stereo, it's a concert hall on wheels. This interior isn't just nice for the price, it's nice for any price. It embarrasses cars that cost double. And that, my friends, is what makes this thing so scary for the competition. But here's the thing, this isn't just a tech showcase, it's actually practical. The YU7 is a 5-seater sedan with a massive trunk. We're talking 501 liters of cargo space with the seats up. That's bigger than a Tesla Model 3. You can fit golf clubs, luggage, groceries, a stroller, whatever you need. And because it's a liftback design, the opening is huge. You're not fighting with a tiny trunk lid like you do on traditional sedans. The back seats? Executive-level comfort, heated and ventilated, 3-zone climate control so everyone sets their own temperature, 2 USB-C ports for charging, and if you option the premium package, you get rear seat screens built into the front headrests. Oh, and there's a refrigerator, a real refrigerator between the rear seats, not a cooler, a powered fridge that goes down to 0 degrees C. You can store champagne for your boss or juice boxes for your kids. Either way, everyone's happy. This is a car you can daily, you can road trip in, you can shuttle your family in, you can impress clients in, and everyone is getting a massage while drinking a cold soda. It is the ultimate road trip machine. Okay, this is the part that hurts, emotionally, physically, spiritually. You've seen the 684 horsepower, you've seen the 600-mile range, you've seen the LiDAR and the AMOLED screens and the 25-speaker Dolby Atmos system and the massage seats and the 3-minute battery swaps. You've seen a car that is faster than a Porsche Taycan, more luxurious than a Mercedes EQS, and smarter than a Tesla Model S. If this was a Mercedes-Benz EQS, it would cost $105,000. If this was a BMW i7, it would cost $120,000. If this was a Porsche Taycan Turbo S, it would cost $185,000. The Xiaomi YU7 in China starts at approximately $30,000 USD for the base model. The fully loaded Max version with the 150 kilowatt-hour battery, dual motors, and every feature I just described, around $45,000. For the price of a well-equipped Ford Mustang Mach-E or a base model Tesla Model Y, you get a spaceship. You get a car that out-techs, outperforms, and out-luxuries vehicles that cost 3 times as much. And this is why we have tariffs. This is why the US government is panicking. Because if you could buy this car for $45,000 in California right now, game over. Who would buy a Tesla Model Y for $52,000? Who would buy a Mustang Mach-E? Nobody. The market would collapse overnight. Chinese automakers aren't just catching up anymore. They've lapped us twice, and the Xiaomi YU7 becoming the #1 selling car in China, beating Tesla, beating Toyota, beating Volkswagen, is proof. The Chinese consumer has spoken, and they said, "We don't need your brands anymore, we have better options." So here's a question I have to ask you. Forget politics for a second, forget brand loyalty, forget where the car is made, just look at the product. Would you rather have a $50,000 Tesla Model Y with 330 miles of range, decent build quality, a minimalist interior, and supercharger access? Or would you rather have a $45,000 Xiaomi YU7 with 600 miles of range, 681 horsepower, massage seats, Dolby Atmos audio, LiDAR, AMOLED screens, and 3-minute battery swaps? I think we all know the answer, and frankly, it makes me a little jealous. It makes me a little frustrated because we invented the car. We perfected the assembly line. We created the EV revolution with Tesla. But right now, it feels like we're driving in the past while China is living in 2035. The Xiaomi YU7 just became the best-selling car in the largest automotive market on Earth. It beat Tesla's Model Y by more than 2-to-1. That's not luck, that's not hype, that's a better product winning. Let me know in the comments, would you buy a Xiaomi YU7 if it was available in your country? Would you trust a car from a phone company over Tesla? And honestly, are you as shocked as I am that a company that made smartphones 3 years ago is now beating the biggest names in the auto industry? If this car blew your mind, smash that like button. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next time we uncover something this insane. Because trust me, Chinese automakers are just getting started. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.